What's up, guys? I'm Jure,
I'm Intelmo.
and we're gonna jump into weekly news. Guys, we have some big world news topics that are so big that we had to put the school news to the side. So, here we go.
So first off, I'd like to address an issue that a Houston family is suffering right now. What happened was that their 4-year-old child, Nevaeh, has suffered brain damage during a local visit at her dentist. But their attorney has something to say otherwise. What happened was that when she was finally called up into the dentist's office, she was given several sedatives, and then she was placed in a sometimes controversial restraint device called a papoose. What the papoose is that it confines the child's arms and legs. That way she doesn't interfere with the process. At some point, Nevaeh started to have seizures, and then she started to go into shock.
Wow.
Their attorney's mind, Nevaeh was actually tortured by her dentist, and now the family is preparing a lawsuit against their dentist, who they've known for quite a while now.
Well, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Poor girl. Poor girl.
There's a lot of bias that goes into the story. People can say it's either the dentist's fault or it's just a condition of the child.
I mean, but generally, in the beginning, like when you sign your form for when you go to the dentist, this is for anyone. Usually, they have the symptoms oh, are you allergic to this? Are you allergic to that? Do you have this problem, that problem, this problem? And I don't know, maybe it was dismissed or it was omitted from the form,
or just wasn't paid too much, wasn't focused on.
Yeah, or that, or I mean, there's a million possibilities it could have happened. So that's still pretty sad to happen to the girl, though.
Yeah, we just hope that she'll be able to fully recover, regardless of whatever the case is with this lawsuit. Do you want to go next?
Yeah. Okay, in other news, there was this fireman, and he saved this grandmother's life. He was trying to rescue her from her apartment building that was on fire. Was it an apartment building? Yeah. Her apartment building that was on fire, and he took his mask off, his air breathing mask, and he gave it to the grandmother so she could live. And that, yeah, she said, the grandmother's granddaughter said, she said it was just filled with smoke and she couldn't see. And that's just pretty amazing.
See, there was an assembly about teen dating and teen violence and teen violence. And so the speaker that they had was actually part of a charity that supports domestic violence and sexual assault. It was specifically planned for International Women's Day. And so at the start, everything went well. But then when some students started having side conversation, the speaker felt disrespected and just snapped at them. However, what he said was just kind of what some people would say was crossing the line, because he called them out by saying, it was actually a she, my apologies, she wouldn't feel bad if the students were raped.
Wow. Really?
Yeah, definitely. The students felt offended and they started talking back to her, and so there was somewhat of an argument going on during the assembly. The district confirmed that the speaker was trying to refer to how and what the students wear, and how the things they post on social media can create an impression that just is seen for all the wrong reasons. Majority of the students that were present at the assembly, which were only females, saw this as an accusation, and some of the students who were actually victims of rape were brought to tears, as said by one of the students. Some other girls claimed that it was wrong that boys weren't there, that this was only for girls because the message is then being displaced. The result of all this was that the assembly was ended early when students were clearly upset, and any further assemblies that were going on were canceled.
I mean, that was just out of hand. Wow.
Yeah, because even if you're being disrespected, you can't just go against your word and just be a hypocrite when you're representing a charity that is
right. But yeah, It shouldn't have been said. It should have escalated to that.
So much for Humble High School being humble.
Okay, in other news, this Metro bus driver was injured in a crash with alleged red light runner. They said that police believe that a pickup driver ran a red light and was struck by the bus. However, the bus driver suffered minor injuries, thank God, and the police said that there was no alcohol
Involved.
Involved in either system. So, I mean, yeah, I don't know how, I don't know, things just happen sometimes.
It's just amazing how certain things can just slip through your fingers.
This has been Weekly News with Jerry.
And it's Elmo.
Thank you for watching.
See you next time.